Let us be honest for a moment. The modern version of hustle culture often feels like a nightmare designed specifically to drain your social battery. Everywhere you look, the advice is exactly the same. You are told that to be successful, you must start a loud YouTube channel, dance on TikTok trends, network at crowded mixers, or slide into hundreds of direct messages to close a single sale. If the mere thought of that makes you want to retreat into a dark room and lock the door, you are not lazy, and you are certainly not broken. You are simply an introvert living in an economy that seems obsessed with extroversion. But here is the truth that the loud gurus will not tell you. You do not need to be the loudest person in the room to make the most money. In fact, some of the most lucrative side hustles in the world are designed specifically for people who thrive in solitude. There is a massive, untapped market for skills that require deep focus, silence, and absolute zero face-to-face interaction. Today, we're going to bypass the noise. We're going to look at the best income streams for the quiet ones. These are low-drain, high-reward opportunities where your bank account grows while your social anxiety stays at zero. We are talking about building wealth in silence. The power of the written word. If you prefer typing over talking, the digital economy is built for you. The first major avenue to explore is the world of freelance copywriting and ghostwriting. This is the ultimate stealth mode career. Consider this reality. Every single business on the planet needs written content to survive. They need blog posts optimized for search engines, they need compelling email newsletters to sell their products, and they need persuasive descriptions for their websites. However, very few business owners have the time, the patience, or the skill to write this content themselves. This is where you come in. You act as the invisible voice behind the brand. The beauty of this model is that the entire transaction usually happens via email or project management boards like Trello or Asana. You receive a brief, you do the work in the comfort of your own space, and you submit it. There are no Zoom calls required if you set your boundaries correctly. You are paid for your ability to think clearly and write persuasively, not for your ability to make small talk. To take this a step further, you should consider the booming creator economy by starting a niche newsletter on platforms like Substack or Beehive. This allows you to write about what you're actually interested in. Whether it's obscure history, true crime analysis, gardening tips, or technical coding tutorials, there is an audience for it. Unlike social media, where you're constantly fighting a chaotic algorithm, a newsletter builds a direct, quiet relationship with readers who value your mind, not your face. You can monetize this through paid subscriptions, and you never have to turn on a webcam. You are building an asset that belongs to you, based entirely on your thoughts.
Visual assets and passive income. For those who are more visual than verbal, the world of stock photography and digital assets offers a way to do the work once and get paid repeatedly. This is the definition of passive income. You do not need to be a professional photographer with a high-end studio to succeed here. In fact, there is a massive demand for authentic, moody, or specific aesthetic imagery on sites like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, and specialized creative markets. Think about the textures of a brick wall, a close-up of a coffee cup, or a perfectly organized desk setup. These are images that designers and marketers need every single day. You can shoot these objects or anonymous lifestyle shots using just a high-quality smartphone. Once the file is uploaded and tagged with keywords, it sits there, waiting to be bought. It sells while you sleep, it sells while you are reading a book, and it sells without you ever knowing who bought it. Closely related to this is the emerging and highly lucrative field of AI prompt engineering. We are in a technological revolution, and if you have a knack for getting the best results out of tools like Midjourney, DALL-E, or ChatGPT, you possess a sellable skill. Most people do not know how to talk to these machines to get high-quality output. You can craft comprehensive prompt packs for specific aesthetics, logo designs, or business uses and sell them on digital marketplaces like PromptBase. This is a product that requires zero inventory, zero shipping, and zero raw materials. You are simply selling a string of text that helps others create, and you never have to speak to a single customer. The e-commerce introvert. Selling products usually implies customer service headaches, dealing with returns, and going to the post office. But that is the old way. The introverts way utilizes a model called print on demand. This allows you to sell physical goods like t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, and hoodies without ever touching a cardboard box. You create designs using software like Canva or Photoshop. Perhaps you create sarcastic quotes about introversion, dark aesthetic graphics, or minimalist patterns. You then upload these designs to platforms like Redbubble, TeePublic, or Printful. When a customer buys an item, the platform handles everything. They print the shirt, they pack it, they ship it, and they handle any returns or complaints. You simply collect a royalty check for the design. It is a hands-off business model that allows you to be creative without the logistical nightmare of running a traditional store. Similarly, selling digital downloads on Etsy is the gold standard for introverts who want high profit margins. Think about creating printable planners, journal templates, wall art, budget spreadsheets, or organization trackers. You create the PDF or digital file once. A customer purchases it, and the file is automatically delivered to their inbox instantly. There is no shipping cost, no inventory management, and rarely any need for communication. It is a pure exchange of value that respects your need for distance. You are solving a problem for someone else through a file and getting paid for it indefinitely.
Behind-the-scenes operations. If you want a side hustle that is more task-based, reliable, and requires less creative energy, look into the world of transcription and captioning. Platforms like Rev or Otter hire people to listen to audio files and type out what is being said. This is perfect for the person who wants to put on noise-canceling headphones and enter a flow state. You are paid for your accuracy and your typing speed. It is solitary work that allows you to engage with interesting content like interviews, legal depositions, or podcasts without having to participate in the conversation. You can also look into data entry or back-end virtual assistant work. While the term virtual assistant often implies scheduling meetings and taking calls, there is a whole subset of this industry that is strictly administrative. You can filter job listings on freelance platforms to find roles that focus on spreadsheet management, email scheduling, internet research, or file organization. These roles value precision, reliability, and silence over personality and charisma. Business owners are desperate for people who can just get the job done correctly without needing to be managed constantly. If you are organized and quiet, you will be highly valued in these positions. The faceless marketer. Finally, we have affiliate marketing, but done the introverts way. The common image of affiliate marketing involves an influencer holding up a product on Instagram stories and telling you to swipe up. That is not what we are doing. You can build a faceless brand that relies on search traffic, not personality. Consider utilizing Pinterest or a niche review blog. Pinterest is often mistaken for a social network, but it is actually a visual search engine. You can create content around products you genuinely use or understand, such as tech gadgets, books, home office equipment, or kitchen tools. You create pins or blog posts that review these items or show how they are used. When people search for these items, they find your review, click your affiliate link, and make a purchase. You earn a commission from that sale. The traffic comes from search intent, meaning the person was already looking for the solution. They do not care who you are, they only care about the information you provided. This allows you to build a revenue stream that is completely detached from your personal identity. Conclusion. The narrative that you need to be loud, aggressive, and constantly visible to be successful is false. In fact, introverts often have the ultimate advantage in the digital economy, which is the ability to focus. We can work alone for hours, dive deep into complex topics, and create systems that run in the background. The key is to stop trying to force yourself into an extroverted box. Stop trying to be the salesperson if you are a builder. Pick one of these paths that aligns with your natural skills. Whether it is writing, designing, organizing data, or curating products, there is a way to build wealth in silence. Start small. Stack your skills, and let your bank account grow while the rest of the world continues to make noise. You have the permission to succeed on your own terms.